As of 2022, the current Medicare tax rate is 1.45% for employees and 1.45% for employers, totaling a rate of 2.9%. This rate does not have a tax cap or limit, and there is an additional Medicare tax for high-income earners. Single employees whose wages exceed $200,000 are subject to a 0.9% additional Medicare tax. If a married couple files a joint return, it is $250,000, and if a married couple files separately, it is $125,000. The employer does not need to pay the additional 0.9%. The formula for calculating Medicare tax for non-high-income earners is Medicare tax equals gross earnings times 1.45%. As a quick example, if someone earns $100,000, their Medicare tax would be $100,000 times 1.45%, which must be changed to a decimal by dropping the percent sign and moving the decimal 2 places to the left to get 0.0145. So $100,000 times 0.0145, which equals $1,450. And the employer would also pay $1,450. As an example for a high-income earner, if someone who is single and makes $226,844 in a year, how much would their total Medicare tax be? Since they made more than $200,000, they will have to pay the additional 0.9% for income over $200,000. To calculate the total Medicare tax, we first calculate the 1.45% amount, which is $226,844 times 1.45%, or 0.0145, and this equals $3,289.24 rounded off. And again, the employer would also pay $3,289.24. Next, we calculate the additional 0.9%, which is additional Medicare tax equals earnings above $200,000 times 0.9%, or 0.009. So in this case, the employee made a total of $226,844 for the year. $226,844 minus $200,000 equals $26,844, which is the additional amount that is subject to the 0.9% tax. Now we have $26,844 times 0.9%, or 0.009, which equals $241.60 rounded off. Next, we need to add the two tax amounts together, $3,289.24 plus $241.60, and we get $3,530.84 as the total amount of Medicare tax paid. And the formula for this would be total Medicare tax equals gross earnings times 1.45% plus the quantity, gross earnings minus $200,000 times 0.9%. And one note on Medicare tax. If someone is self-employed, they must pay a 2.9% Medicare tax rate, the 1.45% employee contribution, and the 1.45% employer contribution, since they don't have an employer to match the 1.45% rate. Here are a couple examples. The first one is for a high-earning self-employed person, and the second is for a high-earning married couple filing a joint return. All right, my friends, hopefully you got something out of this video. I do have more videos right there for you. Till next time, I am out of here.